Hello, I'm William Michael of the Classical Liberal Arts Academy, and today I received a good question from a parent asking what was an appropriate age for a child to get started in the Classical Liberal Arts Academy. When we consider education, there are a few important points along the way that we need to give attention to, but for most of the time outside of these few points, we're really free to pursue learning and concern ourselves with classical Catholic educational goals, which are simply to learn the classical liberal arts, to study classical philosophy, to learn the Catholic faith, and so on. I would say there are two important points that parents really have to pay attention to, and then I'll answer this question specifically. First of all, the Catholic Church teaches that children come to the age of reason around 8 years of age or so. This isn't some kind of, mechanical thing. It doesn't happen on their 8th birthday or something like that. It's just a stage or event in their development, and when they reach this age of reason, their thinking changes, their behavior changes, and what they are able to study changes. And so at this dawn of the age of reason, children move from what we would call preschoolers to what would be more appropriately referred to as grammar school age. And this has nothing to do with any Dorothy Sayers stages of learning. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about a movement from a period of life in early childhood when children are not ready for formal academic studies because they haven't even reached the age of reason, to a time when they're able to begin learning and understanding rules and principles of the classical liberal arts. So let's say age 8 would be a breaking point for the preschool years. And notice it's age 7 or 8. It's not age 5. Just because we have these things called kindergarten classes, and before kindergarten we call that preschool, that's really not what we're talking about here. We're talking about a child's life before reaching the age of reason and calling all of that preschool. And then the years after reaching the age of reason, referring to that as the grammar school years. And the next important event in the child's educational life, and this one is not natural, this one is artificial, and it's the beginning of high school. And the reason why the high school years are so important is because conventionally in our modern society, we have this 4-year period from age 14 or 15 to 18, where students complete 4 formal years of study, establish a transcript for those 4 years of study, and then with their high school diploma, take that transcript and enter into the modern market for employment, college admission, and so on. So preschool years, the grammar school years, and then the high school years, I think, give us a good working division of the years of our children's education. The reason why it's important to keep it simple like this and to not go into more detail and just obsess over all of these artificial grade levels and standards and all this stuff is because the years from age 8 or so until 15 are really the most important years of our children's education. We're free during those years to focus on moral and religious instruction that we're going to have to adapt and adjust when we get to high school, because there are these artificial formal standards that need to be completed. Ages 8 to 15, 8 to 14 are special years for the moral and religious formation of our children. And it's no surprise that in the Catholic Church today, the sacrament of confirmation is provided at the end of this period, right around age 15. So when we look at this division of the years of education that I would propose to parents, it's no surprise to see that it aligns with the sacramental timeline in our children's lives. They're baptized as infants around the age of 7 or 8. They they make their first confession, receive their first Holy Communion, and then they have a period from ages 8 or so to around 15 when they're offered the sacrament of confirmation. So we can see that there's something natural about this division. There's something sacramental about this division. But I also think there is something academic to this division. And I advise parents to divide their children's education into these 3 periods: the preschool years, the grammar school years, and the high school years. It's a helpful division, a functional, working division of their high school years. Now, as for the question, when should we begin? Well, formal grammar school studies are going to begin when a child is 8 years old or so. Can a child start younger? Sure, especially if parents are actively involved in their daily studies. If parents are there to help them, they can begin earlier than that. But it's because they're using their parents' intellectual ability to help them. The children are benefiting by getting a head start, but they're still not mastering the content themselves. And you'll see that. You'll see that they won't really grasp the content because you're trying to cause them to do something that they're naturally not ready to do yet. So can a parent help a child through lessons early on? Yes, they can. But you're still not going to see that light go on until those children really enter into the age of reason. We often see this in reading lessons. Parents will try to teach their children to read, and they'll just hammer and hammer away on these phonics rules or reading lessons, and it will just seem like the kid doesn't get it. The kid doesn't understand what we're trying to communicate. And then all of a sudden, the lights go on, and the child, as it were, sees what the parent has been trying to explain, and that's usually the end of this trouble with learning to read. It's similar to learning to ride a bike. The child struggles and wobbles and stumbles, and then all of a sudden they get it and everything comes together, and then they never look back. It's very similar in education. Now, during these preschool years, my advice is for parents to do things that are appropriate for a pre-reasoning child. Do things that are appropriate. I wouldn't get much into academic work before this time because it's going to largely be a waste of time. There are things you can do that are useful. For example, you can focus on developing routines, developing the family schedule, developing the family culture, developing the child's routines, training the child's behavior, and so on. Parents will often say, oh, well, behavioral management is really not parenting. That's true when we reach the age of reasoning. Others will say, well, memory work and things, that's not real learning. That's true in the age of reason, but that's not true for the age before reasoning. Memory work is learning in a pre-reasoning stage of development. And so things like memory work, training in routines, disciplining bad habits, establishing good habits, and so on, those are useful things to focus on during those early years. Trying to get into academics too soon, being impatient, is just going to be frustrating, and it's not going to produce any lasting results. Now, in the academy, we offer petty school classes for younger children, and they're just informal video-based lessons that are intended to introduce these pre-reasoning children to basic concepts that they're going to study in the grammar school years. It's informal, it's intended to be kind of fun and entertaining for the kids, and parents can use those videos to establish study times, develop attention span, get children used to working and having school time and so on. And all of the content of those petty school courses is useful. It's all going to be helpful once the children begin their grammar school studies. But that's the purpose of our petty school program. Once the children get into the grammar school years, that's when movement into a course like Baltimore Catechism 2 becomes useful, because it has explanations and it's getting more into the reasoning behind the faith, which wouldn't be appropriate in the earlier years, where we tend to recommend Baltimore Catechism 1. Reading of the scriptures, even from the younger years, just to develop familiarity with the literal content of the scriptures, not to try to get into discussions about the meaning or any kind of meditations or applications. That's not appropriate for the early years. But to become familiar with the stories, the characters, the events, and so that is appropriate for the early years. Same is true of Aesop's fables. To read the fables, learn the characters, learn the stories, that's useful. To try to get into discerning the moral lesson or some of those comprehension questions that are in the Aesop's fables course, that's not appropriate for the little ones. So understanding what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. Parents can use courses that the children are going to study in the grammar school years, but just focus on simpler tasks within those courses. That's what should be done in the preschool years. Developing study skills, developing family culture, developing daily routines, developing good habits, helping to develop the physical skills like writing and typing, things like that. Those things can be done in the earlier years. But once the kids hit that age of reason, the curriculum opens up to them and they're ready to go. And you'll see that our courses are intended for children at that level in their development. For those years from 8 to 15, there's a lot of freedom. In your local, in your state, you may have some unique homeschool requirements that have to be taken care of, but make sure you look into those things. Make sure you only do what's required. Don't allow a local evaluator to torment you by demanding things that he or she thinks are important but are not required by law. Those years are free. There's no transcript for 4th grade or 6th grade. Don't allow those years to be ruined by anxiety about school requirements. Find out what the requirements are, satisfy them, and ignore them, because they're not lasting. During those years, focus on moral and religious instruction. Don't go crazy with academics. Make sure that the child's religious and moral instruction is established during those grammar school years. And of course, get started in grammar and the elementary classical liberal arts. By the time high school starts, one of the important subjects that has to be dealt with is modern arithmetic. So in high school, the kids transition from arithmetic into algebra and geometry. Therefore, it has to be in the parent's mind to focus on getting that, let's say, 6th or 7th grade arithmetic work finished during those years, and make modern mathematics, modern arithmetic a priority during those early years, just to get it out of the way, to prepare for high school. Outside of that, there's not much else to worry about from ages 8 to 15. It's an important time to just dive into the classical Catholic curriculum, establish the children in the classical liberal arts, and focus on catechism, have them study Aesop's fables, establish the moral life of the home, and so on, because that really creates the foundation for what becomes possible in the high school years and beyond. So I hope that's a helpful response to this question about when to begin. You can begin at any time, but naturally the children have to develop and enter into that age of reason before they can really begin to study and master the beginnings of the classical liberal arts. And then once you're into those years, make the best use of them for the moral and religious formation of your children. preparing them and laying the foundation for the formal high school years, and trying to have that stuff in place in their minds before they get to the end of the high school years, when it's time to start making vocational decisions. And that lack of formation is what often contributes to the bad decisions that kids make as they finish high school, step out as 18-year-olds into a world where they're legally independent, but not prepared for the decisions that need to be made, or the temptations that they're going to face. So make sure we focus on those grammar school years from 8 to 15 for moral and religious formation. I hope that's helpful. God bless.